Hey, today is baseball's opening day. So crazy how fast that comes around. And JoAnna, this must be a huge day in the Swisher household because your husband was, of course, a New York Yankee for years. And, yes. So I can't wait to hear what you have to say on this topic. Fans are always excited on opening day, but this baseball season is going to be dramatically different because of new changes, including the introduction of a pitch clock. CBS Mornings has all the details. Take a look.
We needed more action in the game. You know, I mean, we're losing fans. We're losing younger fans.
Seattle Mariners manager Scott Service.
You will be more locked into the game because the games are going to be a little bit more concise.
More concise because of the new pitch clock. Pitchers will have 15 seconds to throw. The batter must be in position with at least 8 seconds left. The time between innings is a firm 2 minutes, 15 seconds.
Less dead time, more action, I think is going to be better. So
Mariners closer Paul Sewald.
do I need to walk around the mound and, stare at all the fans and kind of gather my thoughts, completely every time? Probably not.
Traditionally, this is the size of a base. This year, they've gotten a lot bigger, and that's because they're trying to cut injuries on the field.
Play goes.
It may also lead to an uptick in stolen bases.
Not in time.
The other big change, the shift, is out. Driven by analytics, teams had started moving defensive players around the infield.
A lot of guys bunched over there in right field.
To where batters were likely to hit the ball, cutting into scoring. As a hitter, were you cheering the end of the shift?
Honestly, I think it's good for our game. I think more hits. I'm an offensive guy, so more hits, the better.
All right. New rules for baseball. JoAnna, tell us everything.
Am I your baseball correspondent?
Yes. Yes.
And my husband gets chills down his. He's like, oh no. No, this is exciting. I mean, I actually asked him before I came on because I was regurgitating a lot of the things that I've heard about the new rules, and I think it's going to make the game shorter. It's going to make it more interesting. Nick was a first baseman, so cutting down the injuries with the larger plates or the larger bases, and I also like the pitch clock. I mean, right now, as of now, up until now, pitching is dominated. But I want to see guys go deep. Yeah. I want the offense. Yeah. So shout out to my friend Aaron Judge, the captain of the New York Yankees. He hit a home run his first at bat today. So and I'm like, she's like, teacher. And I was like, no, Daddy did not do that for a living. So we probably haven't done a good enough of a job to expose them to his career, but they are very immersed in baseball. And
go get the ball. He goes, oh, yeah, I see it over there. It's one of those types of things.
But then there's nothing better than, like, the bottom of the ninth, somebody finally hits the home run, and you're like, thank you. I think this is great, but I'm actually shocked that at this day and age, they can change the rules of this game. I mean, this is America's pastime. I love baseball.
Yep.
I was a huge fan of it from like 1997 to like into the 2007. And I'm just shocked that they were allowed to do this, but I'm really happy for the sport if it continues to bring people to the game. Stadiums are huge, and tickets are expensive, and you want to bring your kids to these games. I also think watching a baseball game at home is like the equivalent to watching a golf game. Like you're starting off, and then you sort of drift off.
Yes.
Like it's a meditative voice.
The white noise.
Coming up to the bat is first baseman, blah, 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 blah. And that you sort of fall asleep, then you wake up, and it's the sixth inning, and you go back to sleep. So true. There's something in there.
And there was no such thing as analytics back then. It was like, and watching him and Nick talk about baseball is so interesting now because Nick does have a lot of old school thinking to that.
Yeah.
But the analytics are where it's at. I do love the end of the shift. I wish it was not there when Nick played. Happy
opening day to all the baseball teams.